Hey everybody, it's Bill from Matt-Trakker.com and welcome to this episode of Behind the Mask. Before we get started, if you haven't done so already, there's a subscribe button down there. Please click it. It helps us grow. There's a join button if you want to donate to the channel monthly. It'll go toward giveaways and things like that. And there's going to be one coming up soon that'll involve the Playful line. And there'll be more details about that coming out later. And if you want to look really fashionable, we have our shop here at Redbubble. So if you want to go there as well, links down in the description. In this episode today, it's kind of funny as you go through collecting and you evolve things and they change. You do it out of, I guess, necessity it would be. Now, my figures have been on a shelf that my grandfather had built for hockey cards forever. And well, it weighs about, I'm going to say 30 pounds, and I'm not exaggerating that. And it's fallen a few times. Luckily, I've only had minimal issues with it. But it's not, there's no protection on it, and it's heavy. And little guy Liam, he started grabbing for the figures now. He has his own figures, but he wants to, grab those ones. And I put the clones in the reachable area because I don't really care about them. But I got to thinking that I needed to protect them a little bit differently. So I did some research, did some searching, and I found these cases on Amazon here. And I'll put a link for it in the description if you're interested in getting them. I don't, I'm not affiliated with them in any way, but I found that, well, it worked out pretty well. Maybe getting one more would have been a little bit different, like would have spread it out a little bit, but the space I had already, two did the trick, and they're meant for Funko Pop figures. So everything worked pretty well. And we'll get to that in a second, but I wanted to show you the shelf that I'm retiring here. So here it is on the ground, and on the back, in order to keep it from falling and ripping, I had to use zip ties. We've used string and all kinds of other things in the past, and eventually gravity would take effect and destroy it. So I know I made a lot of failure points here, but it held well for a long time. There's some eye hooks here driven in really deep. Plywood, like the kind you would use like in a server room to mount a bunch of stuff. And then, yeah, the rest of it here. So it worked well for a long time. And I felt bad kind of retiring this because my grandfather built it, but had to evolve at some point with this. So I'm going to switch cameras in a second here and show you how it lays out. I posted a picture, but I want to show you in video form just how how it does here. So give me a second here and we'll change cameras.
Come on, T-Bob. M.a.s.k will be right back.
Right shot, so you can just kind of see how much space it takes up on the wall. And my old shelf pretty much took up maybe a little bit more space, but it's pretty much right there. So let's zoom in, and what I want to show you is just the layout real quick. If you will have suggestions on the layout, let me know. Command strips, I was thinking maybe of redoing it and putting them lower so they're not visible, but after I look at it, I don't really mind it too much. That corner there, here, and then repeat down below here. So there's 6 on there, the Velcro ones, and I don't think it's going to go anywhere. So this is it here, just breaking it down. Slide on over. I'll tell you about that gap in a second here. Go on up. So that's how they lay out. Again, if you have any ideas that might be better, feel free to make that known in the comments. And I can also put something up here too. It's pretty much free reign. I haven't decided on that yet, but we'll see. Now the gap is here because we have the parts that open it here. And what I had to do with this one was flip it upside down. So you can see that the nail hole, you know, the spot where it would lay is going the wrong way. Because I wanted them to be here and here. You can do it the right way if you want, but it lays out the exact same way, one side or the other. So one thing I want to point out too is I'm going to open this up, but I want you to see how little effect opening the door has. There's pretty much no wiggle on it at all, and it's on with two small magnets. And then same thing on the other end of the door, and it just latches shut. The negative drawback, I would say, is the shadow. And after getting it in place, I do feel like I need to get stands like that on there. It's just like another, $50 to put out, but they're not going to fall unless Liam really comes up here and hits it hard. But I just want to really complete it, finish it off. So I think, like I said, there were about 50. These here were 60 a piece, and then you have the command strips, so it adds up in the end. I'm not going to do it all at once, so the stands will be later, but again, this is the layout, and if you have any questions, feel free to ask.
Oh boy, back to mask.
So that's how it lays out right now. If you have any suggestions on the layout, I'm open to it, because I usually kind of move them around a little bit, just because, I'm like, hey, does that belong there, and so on. So if you have an idea of moving something around, I'm open to it. The stands, I have a couple of them. I probably will be getting more, as I mentioned in the video, showing it. I do recommend it, but I don't think it's necessary, as long as you get them level and you're not hitting them all the time. Opening and closing won't knock them over. It's just going to be accidentally hitting it or something like that. But yeah, laying it out, suggestions. If you have any questions about the case itself, command strip wise, the Velcro ones, as I said, and yeah, it's about $140 or whatever with the shipping costs and the command strips. But overall, when you're looking at the amount of money that's in there, I wanted to actually protect them and keep them safe. Eventually they'll be Liam's at some point, but I'm not ready to give those up yet. So if you have any questions about anything, let me know. But I appreciate you watching, and please always remember to like, comment, and subscribe to help keep m.a.s.k alive. And this is Bill from Matt-Trakker.com, and I'll talk to you later. Spectrum's got such super